What's poppin', guys? Your boy Big Bro Dre, and I'm back with another video for y'all, man. And in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you guys some tips on how to pass land navigation when you're in Warrant Officer Candidate School. Let's get to the video. What's up, guys? Your boy Big Bro Dre, and if this is your first time at my channel, I do a lot of lifestyle stuff revolving around military experience and military lifestyle. So if that's your type of content you like, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you leave a comment for the stuff that you guys want to see. I always start my videos by saying thank you to my supporters, anybody that liked the Instagram photo, anybody that subscribed to my page, anybody that left a comment. I appreciate all of you. I definitely do. I can't never say that enough, so I appreciate y'all. So I've been getting emails about this. I probably get emails about land navigation a whole lot because in one of my videos I said that's like one of the main things that people fail when they go to Warrant Officer Candidate School. So if you go to Warrant Officer Candidate School, land navigation is something you probably need to pay attention to very, very closely. All right. When I went to Warrant Officer Candidate School, my first group of people, when we first did the land navigation course, 28 people in my class failed it. And that's 28 people out of about, I think it was at that point maybe 80 people at the most. That's how many we had. I think we graduated 72 or 73. So it was about 80 people, and out of those 80 people, 28 people failed the first time. So with that said, I like to place emphasis on the things that I could try to assist you guys with. I can't give you guys all of the, the secrets about the course. I can't give you grid coordinates and all that crap, right? But what I can do is give you subtle tips to help you advance, all right? I might be talking in code because of OPSEC. I already did the research to figure out what I can say and what I cannot say about land navigation at Fort Rucker, Alabama, all right? Pretty much if it's on the internet and it's already out there and the military puts it out, then I can say it. I can kind of give you guys broad statements about how the course is, but I cannot give you specifics because of Operation Security, and y'all know how serious I am about that. So if that's something you want to watch, then continue the video and watch it all the way to the end because I'm about to drop some jewels on you guys right now today. So my number one tip for you guys for passing land navigation at WOCS is to ensure that before you leave your duty station, practice, practice, practice. You can do land navigation before you even get to WOCS, all right? I don't care where you station at. There is somewhere that you can do practice land navigation. There is some, if you're National Guard or Reserves, it might be a little different. You might have to drive a little distance. But there's somewhere on each post that has a land navigation field or somewhere that you can do land navigation and with a group of people. You know what I mean? Most duty stations have that available because they have some sort of ulterior training that happens at that duty station. So let's say, for instance, if you at Fort Stewart or Hunter Army Airfield or Fort Benning, you can go do land navigation with one of the Ranger regiments out there. They always doing land navigation. They always doing some type of stuff like that. So you always gonna have the opportunity to do it. You just gotta take advantage of those opportunities. So my number one is make sure you practice before you get there. All right. So practicing is pretty much the only thing you can do before you get there, before you actually see the course and the coordinates and you see your distances and stuff like that. So that's what you should do before you as soon as you get picked, figure out when you can go see a land navigation course and start practicing. All right. Another thing I forgot to mention that you can do before you get to Warrant Officer Candidate School is to make sure your physical fitness is always good. And I say that all the time because it's important to what you're going to be doing. So this course at Fort Rucker, and most land navigation courses are large, but this shit is large. It's a really big course, man. Like one of your points might be 1.5 miles or 2 miles away from one another, just depending on what they are. I don't know if they do that on purpose or if it's just a random pick of points. But some of them are so far that you're not going to have time to bullshit and walk. You're going to have to run to those points. So what I'm saying is make sure your physical fitness is able to do that. Because when I went through, we had to do it with the full kit. I think we didn't have on the full battle rattle. I'm lying. We had on the, I forgot what that thing. It looks like suspenders and it has a little thing around it. Somebody in the comments going to tell me what that is. It's the one with the shoulder straps and you can put your camo back on it, and you can put your damn water jugs on the side, and you can, yeah, it's that one. I can't remember, RFE or LFE or something like that. But y'all know what I'm talking about if you're in the military. If you ain't, man, then you'll figure it out when you get to school. But it's the one with the straps. You gonna wear that, and you gonna have your full uniform on, and you gonna have your combat boots on, and you gonna have your Kevlar on, and you can't take none of that shit off for the whole time that you out there doing the training, right? Or doing the Land Nav course. So make sure your physical fitness is up to par, because you may have to run to some of your points just so that you make time. All right. So make sure your physical fitness is important. So that's my number 2, physical fitness. And my number 3 is time management when it comes to that course. I'm gonna put time management right here so I can reiterate that. Time management when it comes to that course. So I can't give you guys the actual time. I asked this. I can't give you guys the actual time of how much time you're gonna get. If somebody decides they want to put it in the comments, ain't nothing I can do about that. But I can't personally give you guys the time that you're gonna get in this video. So what I will say is you're gonna get a certain amount of time for a certain amount of points, whether that be 4 points or 5 points or 6. I can't say that. But what you need to do is you take each one of those points. When you plot those points, you figure out the distance between those points. So each square is probably about, maybe each grid square might be like 100 to 200 feet. I think it was something like that. Maybe 100 feet from each square. So, excuse me. The thing to do with time management is attack your closest points first. But you got to divide those points by the number of points in your time. So let's say you got 4 points and 4 hours to do it. So that means you can only dedicate 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can only dedicate 4/4 of that hour to that point. So you only get to pretty much dedicate an hour to each point if you got 4 hours. And I'm not saying you're gonna get 4 hours. You might get 6, you might get 3, you might get 2. I'm not gonna say what that is in the video because I ain't supposed to. So let's say if you have 4 hours, you need to dedicate at least 1 hour to each point. If it don't take you that long to get to the point, great. But don't go over that point because you're gonna miss out. Cause you gotta, I could tell you guys this. You gotta get 75% of that. So if it's 4 points, you gotta get 3 out of 4. You know what I'm saying? So you can do the math if it's more or less. You gotta get 3 out of 4. If it's 3 points, you gotta get at least 2 of them, right? So, and even 2 wouldn't be enough if it was 3 points. So you know it's not gonna be 3 points. But if it's 4 or more, you gotta get 75% of that in order to pass the land navigation course. So only spend enough time to get your point. So that's my 3rd one. Make sure you managing your time wise. Now, the majority of that time might be spent doing your plotting, but plotting is important, and that's what I'm gonna get into my next on number 4. So my number 4 tip for you guys, man, is make sure you plot your points correctly. All right. When you first get there, or when you get there, I think Land Nav is that week or the week after. I can't remember. Don't make me lie. But what I can tell you guys is that they're going to give your ass a class, right? And a lot of people, what they did was they was like, nah, I ain't going to pay attention because I know how to do Land Nav. Well, you might know how to do it, but everybody needs some brushing up. Unless you do that shit every day and it's a part of your job. Like some of the infantry cats, they do Land Nav all the time. But if you don't do it often, pay attention in the class. So at the very least, you learn how to plot your points, man. Learn how to plot your freaking points. If you plot your points wrong, you won't be able to find your point when you get out on the field, right? Characterization, I think that's what it's called. It's when you evaluate the field, you look at the map. If you see some blue stuff in there, that means that's water, bro. So if you see water when you actually get out there, that means you're getting close to your point. Familiarization, that's what it's called. Land Nav familiarization is when you see something on the map that looks like where you are, most likely that's where your point is. Now, and this is key. This is key. This freaking land navigation course is not self-correcting, bro. So if you freaking plot the point wrong and you just go out there and just point at a point, the point ain't gonna tell you that it's right. When you get out there, you kind of just gotta know that that's the point. And you kind of, a lot of times when I was out there, I kind of guessed. So if you guys know anything about me, then you know that I ain't get it right the first time. I had to do it 3 times to get it right. So Just make sure that you guys are plotting your points correctly. Make sure you're plotting your points correctly. That is important. Time management is important too, but plot your points correctly, because that's where it starts at. If you mess that up, then you're gonna fail. All right, guys. My last but not least is to take failure as a lesson. So if you guys been watching my videos for long enough, and I know the majority of you have because my views have been going up. I'm one of the few channels with like a small community of 2,000 people, but I always get at least 500 views of a video, which shows me that the majority, and I could tell you that my actual subscriber views have went up. The majority of my views actually are 50. It's like 56 and 40 something. So 40% of my views actually come from my subscribers, which is pretty rare. So I know you guys been watching my videos, so I appreciate that. I digress. But if you've been watching my videos long enough, then you will know that I failed Land Nav twice. So the first time I failed is because I came back with all my points, but I ain't have enough time. I was like 5 minutes late on the time. So I failed that time. The second time I came back with 2 right points and 2 wrong points. So I failed that time. So I got kicked back and recycled. I had to wait like almost a month before I was able to get into the next class. So I ended up graduating after my class. So those are my failures. I deal with them. It is what it is. Once I pinned the dot, nobody gave a shit. So make sure you take your failures as a lesson. The time that I took, what I did when I took off, I got better at Land Nav during that time. So what I did was I took a map. I learned how to read it the right way. I did all the internet searching. I watched a bunch of fucking Matt Ward videos about land navigation and other people's videos about land navigation. I sat and I practiced plotting points. And I did everything that I should have done in the beginning. So I took that as a lesson to tell me, hey, you should get better at Land Nav. Now, I could damn near teach Land Nav now just because I learned it so much, because I wanted to be a warrant officer so freaking bad, man. And the work that I put in, it paid off. So if you do go and you fail, and this is at anything in life, not just land navigation, make sure you take that failure as a lesson and improve your life, improve off of that failure. So that's all I have for that, man. If any of you guys got any other tips, one more tip before I close this out. And my guy, Daniel Houston, put me onto this, and I forgot about it. When you get your protractor, make sure you shave your protractor down to the black line, because a lot of times it'll have a little bit of clear left. You know what I'm talking about when you get a brand new protractor. It'll have a little bit of clear left, and then you won't plot your point right. It might be 50 to 100 meters off just because you didn't shave it. So make sure you shave your protractor. All right? But that's all I got. So again, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for subscribing to me. If this is the type of content you like, make sure you like it. Even if you don't like it, because likes help my channel, and I appreciate it. And make sure you tell your friends about me. And you know which friends to tell about me. You know the ones not to, but you know the ones to tell about me. If you know, you know. So there you go. But I'll leave y'all with that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.